Welcome to this special edition of Our World with Black Enterprise. I'm your host, Marc Lamont Hill. This week, we're on location in Atlanta, Georgia at the 16th Annual Black Enterprise Entrepreneurs Conference and Expo, hosted by Nationwide Insurance. Coming up, an exclusive interview with Star Jones, where she talks about her time on Celebrity Apprentice and her new book. Also, a special program designed to help entrepreneurs get a head start. That's what's going on in our world, starting now. It's no secret Star Jones is a force to be reckoned with, as many saw in her latest appearance on Celebrity Apprentice. Now she's telling all in an exclusive interview, but she promises this is the last time she'll ever talk about her feud with Nene. You just came off a season of Celebrity Apprentice. What was that like?
Honestly, I learned so much about myself and what I can and cannot take and what I will and will not do. The first thing is I had a plan walking into Celebrity Apprentice. I'm sure you know that about me. And the plan was to use that platform in every way I could to sort of move my agenda forward. You know, I had open heart surgery just over a year ago, and I knew that heart disease is the #1 killer of all Americans, the #1 killer of blacks, the #1 killer of women. But for some reason, that's not able to break through in the mass media.
Right.
It's not sexy. People don't want to talk about heart disease. But I figured if I got a platform on primetime television, network TV with Donald Trump, if I cause a little bit of a stir, the media will want to talk to me. So it gave me the opportunity to raise awareness for heart health and to raise money for the American Heart Association. So I walked in there with that as my #1 goal, and I really did achieve it. I'm very proud of that.
One of the biggest stories of this season's Apprentice was you and Nene, this so-called feud between you two.
You actually need to have two people to have a feud. You know, and I made a promise to myself when the season ended that I would never think about, hear about, or speak about the contestants in any negative way whatsoever. And I really, really intend to follow that, but I think this is extremely important, Mark. Nene really made choices that work for her career.
Real Housewives of Atlanta,
exactly.
kind of reality TV.
There's a genre of TV that has really blown up in recent years. It's sort of that bad girl mentality, that ghetto fabulous, head moving, fingers pointing, loud, boisterous. That television has really blown up.
Yes.
But what I decided is African American women have that reputation in the majority media. They like to highlight that. We don't have the opportunity to show the opposite side. The majority has the opportunity to show the opposite side in all genres of television. So when we're given a platform, you have to make a choice. Do you play to the lowest common denominator, or do you elevate? I chose to elevate.
Wow. But is it hard to, while you're staying elevated, to see what's going on the ground, when people are still talking about you on the road after the show's over, you know, people are saying things?
I really was disheartened as I watched the season unfold because, you know, you have to understand, we never heard what a contestant would say about us that was not in our presence.
Wow.
The producers never reported back what people said in their interviews. You saw my entire season of interviews. I never said one underhanded, backstabbing thing that I didn't say to anybody in their face.
That's true.
Not
That's true.
one thing.
That's true. You were calculating, but you did it to their face.
I did it right to your face. I don't stab you in your back. If I have a knife, I slit your throat in front of your face. I'm letting you know. It was a game to me. It was a competition. But I played fairly. The difference is, when I saw the season, oh my word, I saw one black woman attack systematically every single black woman on the show. I saw that with my own eyes, as did the nation. Was it a racial thing? Absolutely not. But it appears that way. You know, in law school, I was taught it's never about just impropriety. it's avoiding the appearance of impropriety.
Well, one of the reasons you got into this project, and you've already mentioned this, is that you wanted to support the American Heart Association.
Absolutely.
I remember calling you to wish you happy birthday, and I asked you how you were doing, and you said, I'm okay, I just had heart surgery. What was that experience like?
I was diagnosed with heart disease January, and they told me that I needed to have either an aortic valve repair or replacement. And the longer I waited, the more definite it would be that it was a replacement.
Wow.
And if I waited too long, my heart could damage permanently and I would need a heart transplant. So to be told all of that when, you know, I had overcome obesity, I had done all of the things that they tell me that you're supposed to do. I was walking, I was eating right, I was, you know, getting my exercise, and you know me, I had never met a driver I didn't like. So for me to choose to walk was really an accomplishment, and I had kept all the weight off. I feel really good, and then I got really fatigued and short of breath, and I would get lightheaded. And so those are actually the warning signs for women and heart disease, and I didn't know that. How could somebody so smart not know this? And I realized afterwards I had my mission, I had my calling. I have every resource at my fingertips to learn about cardiovascular disease. And the fact that I didn't know it was the #1 killer of black people, the #1 killer of women, the #1 killer of Americans. And when it comes to blacks and women, it beats the next 4 causes of death combined. Wow. Heart disease affects 82 million Americans. And I said to myself, I'm going to have a platform in a minute, and I am going to use that platform. So yeah, I wanted that recovery. I wanted that 3 months where I had to take it easy, where I was not allowed to drive because if the airbag deployed, it would crush my chest and could kill me. I had to make sure that I got exercise every single day. I struggled. I walked for 15 feet and needed to go to bed for 8 hours. It was just exhausting. But 3 months later, I walked home from the cardiac rehab center with my weights in hand and my little graduation cap. I'm 100% back, and it is a wonderful success story. No complications whatsoever a year later. I did apprentice 7 months after open heart surgery. I invited people into my life, and so they actually thought that they had a role to play, and I got burned in that regard.